It was a bright and busy morning on the island of Sodor. The engines were hard at work, puffing to and from, delivering goods and passengers on time. The Fat Controller had an important job for Thomas at Tidmouth Sheds. "Thomas," he said, "Percy is feeling unwell today, so I need you to take the mail train tonight. It is a very important job, and you must be careful with the mail car." "Yes, sir." Thomas peeped cheerfully. He loved doing special jobs, and pulling the mail train at night sounded exciting. All day, Thomas worked hard shunting trucks and pulling passengers, but he kept thinking about the mail train. "It's just like Percy's job," he thought. "How hard can it be?" That night, Thomas was coupled to the mail cars at the big station. The mail workers loaded letters and parcels onto the train, and soon, the guard blew his whistle. "Peep, peep! Off we go!" Thomas whistled, puffing into the night. The stars twinkled above as he chuffed along the quiet branch lines. Everything was going smoothly, and Thomas felt quite pleased with himself. But as he climbed Gordon's Hill, he had to work harder. Puff, puff. "I can do it," he panted. Then, near the top, a coupling suddenly snapped. Thomas didn't notice as one of the mail cars rolled back down the hill into the darkness. "That was easier than I thought." Thomas smiled as he puffed over the hill and continued on his way. At the next station, the station master looked confused. "Thomas, where is the last mail car?" "The last mail car," Thomas repeated. Just then, a signalman arrived, waving a lantern. "A mail car has rolled back down the hill. It stuck near a siding, blocking the line." Thomas gasped. "Oh no! I didn't check my train properly." The Fat Controller soon arrived. "Thomas, this is why it's important to be extra careful with mail trains. The post is very important, and people are waiting for their letters and parcels." "I'm sorry, sir," Thomas said sadly. "I should have been more careful." Edward was sent to retrieve the missing mail car, and once everything was in place, Thomas set off again, this time making sure all the mail cars were properly coupled. He completed his deliveries just in time before the sun rose. The next morning, Percy felt much better. "How was delivering the mail, Thomas?" Percy asked. "It was harder than I thought." Thomas laughed. "But I learned to check my train before I puff away." Percy giggled. "Now you know why I take my time." And from that day on, Thomas always double-checked his couplings, especially when pulling the mail train.